guys, my name is Michelle and today I'm going to be doing a video on things that you should not do when you're in college. So this is my 4th year. I'm actually going to graduate in 4.5 years. So I have 2 semesters left. So I think I've spent quite some time in college and I've seen some things. So I'm just going to talk about them. And the reason I made this video is the thing that I'm going to talk about right now, which is the don't number 1. If you are super sick and you don't need to be in class, don't come to class. Oh, by the way, I wrote my ideas down in this one. This notebook, I got it at Michael's. It's super cute, so that's why I'm holding it. It was $5, so if you like cute notebooks, go to Michael's. But anyway, so yesterday I was sitting in class and the professor made us move around. So I sat next to this girl and immediately I noticed that she was coughing and sneezing and like doing all the things and clearing her throat and drinking water obsessively. Not obsessively, but a lot, constantly. That's the word, constantly. So she was doing that constantly and I couldn't concentrate on anything because the coughing was right in my ear because she wasn't really covering herself well. And it is flu season here. A lot of people are getting sick. So I was like, oh my gosh, this girl's gonna give me whatever she has and I don't have time for that. So eventually I kind of was turning and writing this way and she was over there. But the professor is really lenient and she's really understanding, and we did not have a quiz, we didn't really have anything, so I wouldn't say that it was completely dire for her to be there. So if you're super sick and you don't need to be in class, don't come to class. You're going to distract other people and you're gonna pass your yucky germs to other people. And seriously, if you do need to be in class, cover your mouth, please. Thank you. Next thing is texting, which I actually saw it this morning. Let me demonstrate for you. Okay, I'm ready for this demonstration. So a lot of people will do this. They'll have their laptop, they'll put their phone right here, right, like this. So then from the teacher's angle, professor's angle, it looks like this. So most, a professor knows that this is not a touchscreen because it's an Apple computer. So this, texting, doesn't look the same as typing. So it's pretty obvious that you're texting behind your computer. And I just think that people think that that the professor can't see that. But it's pretty obvious that you're texting, especially if you're just staring at the computer the whole time. I feel like that's really obvious. So honestly, if you're going to go to class and you're not really going to be present in class, it may be better for you not to go to class, especially if the professor doesn't take attendance, because a lot of the times professors do notice that and they are more likely to turn you down if you need help later in the semester. Let's say you missed an assignment and you go to their office, they're going to remember that you're the person that thinks is smart enough and that nobody noticed your weird texting behind the computer thing. So just if you need to text a lot, just maybe consider not going to class. I'm not going to say that I don't text in class because I definitely have and I definitely do, but I try to do it when the professor's not looking and only if I need to, just because I feel like that's disrespectful. Okay, so moving on to number 3, it is being open-minded. When I got to college, I noticed there is quite the variety of people, all ages, all races, nationalities, whatever. So it's kind of intimidating for me because in my major there's a lot of older people who have come back because they need the credits, because they're teachers or they're going for their masters, whatever the case is. It's a little bit intimidating for me to talk to someone who's older than me, but I'm growing used to it. If we have to partner up or anything like that, I just turn to the person next to me, whoever it is. Just try to be open-minded and meet new people without making pre-assumptions based on their looks. Just turn to the person next to you if that's what the professor says. Don't go look for the person that looks like they would suit you based on ideas or anything like that. And I feel like it's very rewarding, even if you don't agree with the people that you talk to or their ideas. It helps you analyze why they think that way and why you don't agree or why you agree. And it's just more it's more beneficial to you than just always seeking the people that are going to think just like you. Moving on to the next one, and this is don't be afraid to change your major. I've changed my major twice. After the first semester I was a pre-vet major, and I was determined that I was going to help the dogs and the cats because I'm a really big dog lover, but I hated it. Yeah, I hated it. I was so unhappy. And when I looked at the courses that I had to take over the next 4 years, I knew that my heart wasn't in it and that I wouldn't succeed. So I had this whole meltdown, and I talked to my sorority sisters, and they let me know most people change their majors. And I think that was my biggest fear, just thinking, oh my gosh, everybody knows what they're doing except for me. But that's okay. I changed my major to speech pathology, and I spent a year and a half with that major. And again, it was based on the idea that I was going to help people and that I was going to make people's lives a little bit better. So that's what the idea was. But I think after the third semester with that major, I hated it. I wouldn't say I hated it, but I saw that everyone had this passion and this drive because you have to apply for higher education in order to go somewhere with that major. So a lot of them were in the speech path club, where they would volunteer at clinics and do all these extra things, and I just didn't have that drive and that passion and that love for it. I felt like I was just going through the motions. So once again, I changed my major, and this time it was a lot harder because I had spent quite some time with this major, but I realized that I'm paying for this. I might as well pursue something that is really going to make me happy. So I changed my major to Human Development and Family Studies, and that is what I'm going to graduate with, and my minor is Developmental Disabilities. So that's what I'm going to graduate with in 2 semesters, and I can definitely say I am a lot happier. It was really scary and it put me 1 semester behind, but honestly it's completely fine. I don't know quite yet what I'm gonna do, but I feel like I'm closer, even though it's not one set career that I'm going to anymore like with the other 2 majors. I feel like I'm still closer to finding what will make me happy and where I can help people the most. So I'm very excited about that. So point of the story is, if you want to change your major, of course analyze how close you are to being done and how far it'll put you behind, but definitely just think about your happiness and your end goal. For me, it's always been helping people, and I feel like I'm definitely going to be able to do that in the near future. So just take some time to think about that. Don't be afraid because everybody knows what they're doing. It's okay if you don't know what you're doing. That's what you're in college for. Next and last thing is, take some time to yourself and take the time to experience college. I've seen a lot of my friends who are pre-med or pre-vet even, or what's the other one? Pre-nursing. They spend a lot of time studying. They spend a lot of time being stressed, and I'm not going to say, I'm not bashing on them by any means, but I feel like those majors tend to overtake your life, and they're taking winter classes, summer classes, all these classes, and they're doing all these extra activities. So if you're in one of those majors, just please make sure that you are taking some time to take care of yourself. Most campuses have a lot of clubs. Mine has, I think, over 200. There's like Nerf club, swim club, I don't even know, what's that one? Frisbee club. There's so many clubs, so just make sure that you get involved in something. If you don't have the ability to commit to something, just take one that's more casual. In high school, there's some that are social dance club, it's called. So you just go and meet new people, and every week it's a different genre of dance. So something like that. Just take some time to explore the options that you have within school, to just have some time to de-stress. It's really important, and you want to make sure that you have some good experiences while you're in college. It is a time to find yourself, and it is a time to enjoy your life a little bit before you move on to really getting into your career and really moving up in the world. Because once you graduate, you're going to be stressed about finding a career, maybe moving out, or just making more money. So while you're in college, if you're able to, just take some time for yourself and definitely learn a little bit more about yourself and what you like and what you don't like. So I hope this video helped you, and if you have any questions about college, I would be happy to answer those because I've been suffering for 4 years, like I said, and I think I know some things by this point. So again, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a good day. Bye!